Let's start in a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes to touch, knees wide. Start walking your fingertips forward, placing your forehead on the mat. If your forehead doesn't touch the mat, you can always use a block or a blanket underneath your forehead. Reaching long through the side body, come up onto your fingertips, tenting your fingers, drifting your elbows up off the mat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, relax everything down. Staying here for 3 deep breaths, breathing in and out through your nose. Start noticing how your body feels at the start of practice. How do your hips feel? How does your back feel? Any tightness around your shoulders or neck? And then on your next inhale, walk your hands all the way over to the right. Taking that side stretch in the left side of your body. Reaching long through the left fingers, breathing into the left side. And slowly come up to the center. And walk your hands all the way over to the left, reaching long through the right side of your right arm, breathing into the right side of your body. And slowly walk it back to the center. Let's take those twists as well, starting our practice with some side stretches and twists. Come up onto your left hand and then slide your right arm underneath your left armpit, reaching that right arm out to the left as far as you can, facing the palm up, and then drop your right shoulder and right ear down. You can reach long with your left hand or take the left hand behind you, your choice. Notice any tightness that you feel in your upper back. And slowly come up, reaching your right fingers forward, slide that left arm underneath your right armpit. Reach as far to the right as you can, drop your left shoulder and left ear down. And then take the same variation with your left hand that you did on the other side. And slowly come back up. Walk your fingertips back to your knees. Bring your knees together, sitting back on your heels. We are going to open up the front side of the body and then take a few child's pose to counter that. So hands behind you, palms face your hips, palms facing to your toes. On your next inhale, press your hands down, lift, squeeze, lift your hips up, drop your head to gaze at the ceiling. Exhale, sit your hips back down, reach your arms forward, taking a traditional child's pose. We're going to do 4 more like this. Inhale, hands behind you, hips up, squeezing your hip bones up, drop your head. Exhale, go ahead and take traditional child's pose, reaching those arms forward, melting your forehead down to the mat. 3 more. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, drape your torso over your thighs, child's pose. 2 more. Inhale, hips up, opening the front side of your body. Exhale, fold, child's pose. Last one here. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, reach your arms forward, child's pose. Slowly come up onto all fours for cat-cows. Hands underneath your shoulders. Wrists underneath your shoulders, actually knees underneath your hips. On your next inhale, lift your tail up and drop your belly down. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you to gaze up. On the exhale, tuck your tailbone in. Round dome, rounding your back. Gaze at your belly button. Initiating movement from your tailbone. This time, just mindfully doing it this morning to get into that meditative state. Sometimes we kind of breeze through these poses that we are familiar with. So noticing each vertebrae move one after the other, getting really mindful about it. Inhaling to a cow for the last time. And exhaling to a cat. Come to a neutral tabletop. Move your hands one palm print forward. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. Your first downward facing dog of the day perhaps. So start pedaling your legs out. Bend one knee. Press the opposite heel to the mat. And then change sides. Keep switching sides. Moving with your breath. Maybe pausing if one leg feels tighter. Just activating the backs of our legs here. Take your feet as wide as the mat and sway your hips from side to side. Maybe bending one knee at a time again. Just any movement that feels good. And then walk your hands towards your feet, maybe halfway, and then reach for the outside of your right ankle with your left hand, gaze underneath your right armpit. Breathe here. Keep pressing the mat away, keep tilting the tailbone up. And change sides, reaching for the outside of your left ankle with your right hand. Gaze underneath your left armpit. Twisted dog. And then release, walk both hands back to your feet. Drop your hips down, Yogi squat, Malasana. Sorry, I'm having to inch forward a bit. Lift your heart up, drop your tail down, squeeze your knees out with your elbows, but the elbows back in with your knees, like there's a spring action going on, really activating those hip flexors here. Outer hips, glutes, everything. Then drop your hands down, lift your hips up, forward fold, walk your feet in to hip distance apart, grab opposite elbows, take ragdoll. Allow your head and neck to hang heavy. You can keep a generous bend in your knees, sway from side to side. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And drop your hands down, bend your knees and slowly inch vomit to the front of your mat. Coming into a plank pose. Coming into a strong plank, press the mat away, squeeze your quads, suck in your belly button. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down, squeeze your elbows in by your side and come all the way down onto your bellies. Hands underneath your shoulders, press the tops of the feet down so your toenails are digging into the mat. Inhale, baby cobra, peel your heart up. Exhale, forehead to mat. 2 more like this, lifting just a little bit. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, drop your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forehead to mat. Round 3, baby cobra. Inhale, baby cobra. This time, see if you can lift your hands off the mat just a little bit. Hold it here, breathe. Squeeze the muscles in your back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Wiggle your hips out. On your next inhale, tuck your toes, come up to a tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog pose, Adho Mukha Svanasana this time. Trying to find stillness in your downward facing dog. Breathe. Last deep inhale. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, right foot steps between your hands. Drop your back knee down. Untuck those toes and come up. Setting up for Anjaneyasana, hands on your right knee first. Breathe into your hip flexor. If you feel like you have your balance this morning, you can bring your hands to your heart. Dig in through your right toenail, right big toe. If you want to go further, reach your arms up, fingertips reach up to the sky, pinky fingers turn in slightly, dropping your shoulders down. Take a deep inhale as you reach up. Exhale, open twist to the right. Open your arms wide, twisting from the belly button. 2 more like that. Inhale, arms up, reaching up to the sky or hands at your heart, either way. Exhale, open twist. Last time, inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Last time, inhale, up. Exhale, drop your hands down. Take it back, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and downward facing dog. And exhale it out. 2 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale all the air out. On your next inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Drop your back knee and uncurl your toes. Come up for Anjaneyasana. Low lunge pose. Again, setting up first before you go for your full expression of the pose. Dig your left big toe into the mat for balance. And taking it to any level that you took it to on the other side. Breathe into your left hip flexor. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist left. Last time, inhale, back up. Exhale, twist up. Inhale, back up. Exhale, drop your hands down. Step your right foot to the front of your mat. Coming into a forward fold. On your next inhale, bend your knees a lot and slowly ragdoll it up all the way to standing. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Doing 1 round of Surya Namaskara before we do our balance pose this morning. Inhale, reaching your fingertips up to the sky. Take a slight back bend here. Exhale, hinge and fold it forward. Inhale, half lift, reach your heart forward. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, take it back to high plank, hold it here. Breathe in high plank. Exhale, drop your knees, chin, chest. Untuck your toes, inhale, Cobra pose. Feel your heart up. Exhale, tuck your toes and lift your hips up, downward facing dog pose. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale it out. 2 more like that, inhale. Exhale, getting that full body stretch and downward facing dog. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale all the air out. Look up to the front, bend your knees, step or walk between your hands. Inhale, half lift, reaching that heart forward. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, reach all the way up to standing this time, reaching your fingertips up, palms touch, gaze up, maybe a slight back bend. Exhale, palms to heart center, Samasthiti, equanimity here for a balanced pose and mountain pose. Finding equanimity before we get into those balanced poses. Bringing all the weight, rooting down with your left foot onto the left side. Tree pose. So bring that right knee up, open that right hip and plant that foot either above or below your knee, not at your knee. Hands to heart center. Stay here, use your drishti to find your balance. And then when you feel ready, you can grow your tree if you want. Breathe. Two more breaths. Hands come back to heart center. Don't drop that right foot. On your next inhale, bring that right foot, right knee out in front. Kick that foot out. Hold it here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly with control, release that foot down. Shake it out. Moving over to the other side. This is the last pose we are going to do. So really sending your drishti and focus here. Lift your left knee up, rooting down with your right foot. Open that left knee out and then plant that foot wherever you planted the right foot, either above or below your knee. avoiding your joints, your knee joint and your ankle joint. Using your drishti to find your balance and then growing your tree. Maybe grow it a little bit differently this time. Maybe even turn your gaze up to challenge your balance. 2 more breaths. Don't drop that left foot. Bring your hands back to your heart. Bring your left knee out in front and then kick that left leg out. Hold it here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly with control, release that foot down. Shake it out. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold it forward. Inhale, half lift, reach that heart forward. Exhale, bend your knees, take it back to plank pose. Take a deep inhale in plank. Exhale, take child's pose, dropping your knees down. You're done for your 15-minute practice.